There's something so inspiring about visiting new places, new cities, new countries, new towns, new forests, wherever you happen to end up that you haven't been before. A couple of weeks ago now, after what I thought of as a series of unfortunate events, I actually ended up road tripping from Illinois all the way down to Louisiana, passing through several states that I'd never been to before and kind of thought I never would visit, ending up in New Orleans, which was such an incredible city. Everything from the architecture and the landscape and the people had so much character that it was almost impossible not to get inspired. Within hours of arriving, after a very long nap, I was already thinking about how I could take what was inspiring me from New Orleans and kind of turn that into thinking about setting for the books that I was working on and how I wanted to make my setting stronger based on everything I was seeing. Because as much as we'd all love to visit Middle-earth or Hogwarts or Narnia or any one of hundreds of amazing fantasy worlds, the real-life cities and countries are always going to have more layers in terms of history and culture and dynamics and politics. It was all pretty damn cool, and I loved seeing how layers of history had kind of stacked on top of one another to give this city so much character. You could see all of the history of America within this one city, as well as modern history with Hurricane Katrina and how that had shaped New Orleans. Which leads us to today's question of how can you take real-world settings and cities, even the places that you see every day, and use them to inspire your own stories. First, look at the landscape, the actual ground that this place was built on. How did it shape the buildings and the people and the types of industries that came next? Then look at the animals and the wildlife, what is naturally found in this place. And you can use that to kind of shape your own worlds, your own cities, even places modeled after places that actually exist. I don't actually have any videos of New Orleans architecture, but absolutely look at that as well, because there is a specific look to how the buildings in New Orleans look, and that is such a big part of what makes that city so easily recognizable. So what do the buildings and places look like in the world that your characters are inhabiting? Look at that, and then from there, build onto the culture. What is the nightlife like? What are the festivals and the activities that either your characters participate in or have been shaped in throughout their childhood? Look at all of these things as you're building your city, your settings, and your story will be more dynamic as a result. But at the same time, don't forget to let that setting grow as you're writing your story, as you're going through your series, adding in more things as you need them. Because places in the real world are always growing and changing and evolving, so your settings should too. Good luck and enjoy.